Hey guys, iMAT here. In today's video we are comparing the H26 Ultra Plus with the H16 Ultra Plus to see if it is worth upgrading from the H16 or not. Before starting, wishing you all a very happy new year. I hope 2026 brings nothing but success, health and happiness to you and your loved ones. Before starting today's video, if you're new here, I would really appreciate if you can take a moment to hit the subscribe button and help me reach my subscriber goals. Throughout the video, the H16 Ultra Plus will be on the right and the H26 Ultra Plus will be on the left. To make it easier for you to remember, the title bar will be here throughout the video. Starting from the body, both of them take the inspiration from the Apple Watch Ultra. The body is designed really well on both of them. This is one of the main reasons why a lot of people prefer the Hello Watches. The crown key, the body design, the GPS antenna lining, everything is designed pretty well. Also, both of them come in 49mm size. And if you try out the Apple Watch cases on both of them, here is the H26 Ultra Plus. So it required a little force, but it fits the case perfectly. Here's how it looks like. So in my opinion, it can be a hit or miss if you buy a case online. So it's better to buy a case for it from physical stores where you can check if the case fits or not. Then here is the H16 Ultra Plus. So it requires a little force too, but lesser as compared to the H26 Ultra Plus. And here's how it looks like on it. So that's a plus point that both of them fit the Apple Watch cases. Although I prefer the fitting of the case on the H16, so this hasn't improved in the H26. Now let's check out the buttons. Here is the crown key on the H26 Ultra Plus. The vibration is quite good. Then here is the H26 Ultra Plus. It also seems to work pretty well. Both of them are compatible with the Apple Watch straps. If you check out the fit, you can see that it's a bit loose on the H26. I'm gonna remove the straps. And you can see that the strap locks are working quite well. Then here is the H16 Ultra Plus. So the fitting is again similar to the H26. It also hasn't improved in the H26, and the strap locks seems to work fine in the H16 as well, and the straps won't come out until you press this button. After that, now let's talk about the displays. So this is something which has improved a lot in the H26. Both of them are using an AMOLED display. The colors are pretty good on both of them. They are quite vibrant. If you go to the control center, I'm gonna turn on the torchlight application. Let me find it. Here it is. So let me turn it on. And here it is on the H16. Looking at the display size, both of them seem to have similar display sizes. And the bezels are also quite thin on both of them. But if we talk about the smoothness, there is a lot of difference. Just check out the menu opening transition. You will see that it shows a lot of sluggish behavior on the H16 Ultra Plus. The overall UI seems smoother on the H26 Ultra Plus compared to the H16. After that, here is the scrolling. Once again, it's better and smoother on the H26. Let's go to the list view. Here it is, and once again you can see that it feels smoother on the H26. Unfortunately, both of them do not have the app opening transitions like the Apple Watch, and they show the slide transition. Here's how it looks like on the H16 Ultra Plus, and here's how it looks like on the H26. It's better and smoother on the H26, and because of a better AMOLED display with a high refresh rate, the transitions look better on the H26. Even if you check out the widgets page, even though it's not too smooth in the H26, but still it looks better when compared to the H16. Here is the notification center. Once again, you can see that it looks better on the H26. So in the display section, the H26 easily takes the win and shows a lot of improvement over the H16. And now it's time to talk about the system UI. The H26 Ultra Plus has been upgraded with the latest OS 26. So if you go to the menu, here's how it looks like. You will be seeing that the icons of the timer, stopwatch and the alarm looks a lot different. All the other icons also look a bit more vibrant in my opinion. A lot of applications have also received a new UI. For example, if you go to the sports mode, then here's how it looks like in the H26 compared to the H16. Then if you go back, we also get the new UI in the color application. It has all of the tabs like the OS 26, and you can access the dial pad here. After that, if you go back, you might be noticing that the sleep tracker has also received a new icon. And also if you check out the control center, They have tried to add the liquid glass UI, although it doesn't look the best when compared to the HK11 Ultra 3 Generation 2, but still looks better than the H16 Ultra Plus. as it has the new UI. After that, here is the widgets page. I'm quite disappointed that they haven't added the liquid glass clock here. It is already available in the H26 Pro Plus. Other than adding a new system UI, they have also upgraded the watch faces in the H26. Here you can see that it is the latest OS 26 watch face. It has all of the themes like the OS 26 and it looks really nice. And if you check out the other watch faces, there are many new watch faces available in it. And unfortunately, these watch faces have not been made available in the Livear application for the H16 Ultra Plus. I would have really appreciated if they would update the dial market for H16, but looks like they want you to buy the newer one. One thing which has been removed from the H26 is quite disappointing. If you tap and hold on the watch faces in the H16, you will notice the edit button here where you can change the clock styles, then you can also change the complications shown on the watch, and you can also change the overall theme of the watch face. While this option has been removed from the H26 Ultra Plus, for example, if you choose this watch face, it has multiple themes, but to change it, like the older models, you will have to tap on the watch face, which looks quite bad in my opinion, and the edit option would have looked really good as an accidental touch on the screen will change the theme of the watch face. And now if we talk about one of the best things about the H26 Ultra Plus, the AOD dials. Each of the watch face that you're going to use comes with its own always on dial. So if I use the palm gesture, it is showing the AOD dial according to the watch face. Unfortunately, there has been an issue lately with the Hello watches that the always on dial is quite low in brightness, that it's barely visible even in the room light. So let me try to move closer so you might be able to check out the always on dial. If it's still not visible, then here you might be able to see it now. And not just this watch face, whichever watch face you install even from the dial market comes with its own always on dial, but unfortunately all of them are quite low in brightness. Only this watch face has a brightness level which is sometimes visible in the room light, but still it's quite dim to be seen in the daylight. On the other hand, the H16 Ultra Plus comes with this pointer clock and the digital clock always on dial. So the always on dial can stay on for the whole day on both of them or until the battery runs out. And if you talk about the normal screen time, then both of them have the always on display option, which means even on the watch face the displays can stay on for the whole day or until the battery runs out. As far as I have checked, H16 Ultra Plus can give you around 1.5 to 2 days of battery life with the always on dial enabled, while the H26 Ultra Plus can give you around 3 to 4 days of battery life. It might be because the always on dial brightness is quite low. Now let's talk about the watch applications. H16 uses the Livear application. It can connect with Apple Health. After that, we get a lot of watch faces in it. The customized watch face has a lot of customizations, like you can use digital dial, you can move the clock. We also get the pointer dial here, and if you go to the dial market, you can install about 18 to 19 watch faces from here. Then if you go to the My Watch section and go to weather, it supports both Celsius and Fahrenheit weather units. Then you can add 500 contacts in the smartwatch, and if you go to the taking pictures option, it comes with the live camera preview option. Although it is quite slow and sometimes it even becomes useless, but still it does have this option where you can get the live preview of the camera on the smartwatch. We also get the GPS exercise option. It is basically going to use the GPS of your smartphone, as the smartwatch does not come with GPS inside it. And there are a few smart applications in it like ChatGPT, stocks and translation, although they are completely useless as they're mainly supposed to work only for the Chinese users and won't work for you because the response is most of the time shown in Chinese. The H26 Ultra Plus uses the Livear Pro application, which is supposed to be a pro version of Livear but misses out on a lot of options. First of all, it cannot connect with Apple Health or Strava. Then if you go to the dial market, although it does come with a lot of watch faces, and each of the watch face has its own always on dial too. Also, depending on the storage you have, you can only install about 6 to 7 watch faces from the dial market. If you scroll all the way down and go to the customized watch face option, it only offers digital clock, and you can also not move the digital clock freely. There are only a few positions for the time which are fixed, and you cannot adjust it according to your watch face. After that, here if you check, I do not seem to find the GPS exercise option, so it is missing in this model. Also, if you scroll down here, you can see that it does have this navigation option, but it hasn't worked for me ever since I received the watch. Then in the weather settings, there is no option to change the weather unit. If you guys know about it, let me know in the comments, but as far as I have checked, you cannot change the weather unit in it. Then if you use the camera application here, it does have the remote shutter option, but it does not show the real-time preview. Smart applications is something which is improved in this model. It comes with a lot of smart applications. You can install games as well as many applications like map, weather, BBC News, ChatGPT as well as WhatsApp. These options have been added in the latest update and they seem to work pretty well for me. About WhatsApp, it's currently only working for the Android users, and as far as I have checked, it does not seem to work for me on iPhones. Another thing which has disappointed me a lot about the H26 is the storage capacity. If you talk about the H16 Ultra Plus, you could add a lot of songs in it. I've already added 21 songs as you can see, and it is still letting me add more. After that, you can store a lot of pictures inside it. I've added about 100 pictures as of now. But if you talk about the H26, the storage capacity is quite low. First of all, if you go to songs, I'm only able to add about 5 to 6 or maximum 7 songs in it. It won't let me add more and gives the error of insufficient storage space. After that, if you go back and talk about the photos, if you have added a lot of songs, by a lot I mean 6 to 7 songs, then you won't be able to add many pictures. But if you have added only 3 songs like me, then you can add about 50 to 60 pictures as far as I have checked. And the storage you use in the photos and music also impacts the watch faces, and if you have added 6 to 7 songs, then you won't be able to add more than 4 to 5 watch faces from the dial market. If you're interested in checking out the pedometer and the oximeter tests, you can check out the full reviews linked in the description box below, in which I have performed detailed testing of the pedometer and the oximeter pre-workout as well as post-workout. In the end, if we talk about the utility applications, first of all we have the weather application here. Unfortunately, most of the time it does not work in the H26. And then if you go back and go to the alarms, then a major option has been removed. In the H16, if you would add an alarm, it would let you choose the songs you have imported as custom ringtones, but this option is not available in the H26 Ultra Plus. Also, as you can see here, H16 has the option to turn off the ring, then your alarm will only vibrate, while this option is missing in the H26. Then we have the stopwatch here. Both of them have 3 interfaces. Let's start it and let's try to quit. H16 won't let me. Let's try to go back in the H26. I'm going to open the application once again, and as you can see that it can run in the background. Then we have the timer. Let's try it out. I'm going to set the timer for 1 second. Let's start it. So when the timer ends on the H26 Ultra Plus, it continues to vibrate, while the H16 Ultra Plus only vibrates once. So guys, that's all from today's video. Which one would you choose? In my opinion, if you're looking to buy a watch with the latest OS 26 and you're also interested in the new watch faces and the AOD dials, then the H26 seems to be a great option. It also has a great battery life, and both of them also have great oximeter and pedometer results. But if you're looking to buy a watch with more storage capacity, then H16 Ultra Plus looks better. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments. The purchase links are given in the description box below, and I would really appreciate if you can choose them while purchasing. For the upcoming videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I will see you in the next one.